members of it.
You know, Costco.
Costco.
Yes, you know.
All right, this is the Tuesday, June 18th, 2024 meeting of the East Long Meadow Planning Board. Required to ask if there's anyone in the audience or by Zoom who might be recording this meeting, and if so, please state your name. I'll ask again if there's anyone in the audience who is recording this meeting, please state your name, or anyone on Zoom. Hearing none, the call of the roll. Bill Fonseca is here, myself, Russell Denver, and Rob Terrell, and absent as Cassie Chersuolo and Pete Hunderson. I'm going to ask that we kind of do a little rearranging of the agenda. So I would ask for a motion to take out of order the appointment or reappointment of George Kingston to be the town's representative to the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission as an alternate.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
I probably would like to take the next item, if we could take under new business A, if you could read that.
No, case ANR 2024-05, request for endorsement that approval is not required under the subdivision control law, applicant Gilbert C. Roy, 124 LaSalle Street, East Long Meadow, Mass. 01028.
For the people who might be watching, and
Michael Smith from Smith Associate Surveyors, representing Mr. Roy.
you have to sign in. While you're doing that, if you could just let the people know what's
So
going on.
I don't know if you guys got a copy of the plan in front of you. I do have one. So basically, currently in two lots, one of which is a non-conforming lot, and they are reconfiguring the lot lines to make two conforming lots, both meeting the frontage and square footage in the Residence B zone. Adding the triangular piece out front to get the frontage and the large square out back to get the area, and creating new lots. I can't remember what the lot numbers are on there on the new parcels. F and G are the new parcels.
Any questions from the board?
No.
So do I have a motion to endorse the approval not required for subdivision control law for 124 LaSalle Street, East Long Meadow?
Feel real easy. So moved.
Yeah, second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none on the motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Nay. All set.
Guys,
Can we just sign it right now?
Yep, I got marked from
Take them.
perfect. That works.
We're full service tonight. Yeah.
So actually, I'm gonna have to hold on to them because
Okay.
I have to submit the signed copy to the assessor's office.
Yep.
So come by on Friday and pick them up.
Sounds like a plan. I'll be there. Thank you.
All right.
No problem.
Oh, we'll still sign them.
Yeah.
Right. You can sign both copies. Up to you guys. You only have to file one at the registry, but it doesn't have to have multiple copies. Sure.
Any of our streets. The nuns at Former Cathedral would be very upset that.
The man did Sacred Heart writing with a Sharpie.
That's the best thing to write on these things, Sharpie.
Oh, I know, but it's still tough.
While we're at it, if we could just take under new business C, appointment of planning board's FY 2025 representative to the Community Preservation Committee, excuse me. So I would make a motion to appoint their representative, Bill Fonseca. He's currently the chair of the committee, so it would certainly make sense.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that. Any further discussion?
I'm good with it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed say nay. So that matter passes as well. So we'll go to the approval of the May 21st, 2024 open session minutes.
Make a motion to approve the May 21st, 2024 open session minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Motion made and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nay. So that matter passes. So the setting of the meeting dates for July and August. Do you want to lead this?
Yes, I included a little chart in your packet that shows the meeting dates that are coming up. So far, to my knowledge, I believe we have one on July 2nd, then July 16th, and then we have one meeting in August. And the reason for that is because in August, we have National Night Out during one of the planning board meetings, so that was canceled. So the planning board has to decide which of those 2 July dates they want to keep and which one they want to cancel. Russell had indicated to me that the board would rather meet once a month in the summer because of vacations and stuff like that. So yeah, up to you guys.
I won't be around on the 16th.
August,
This is July.
July.
Yeah.
Back to July.
Be in Chatham.
So we're looking to save one of them.
Yeah, we can. It's good for you.
Oh, 16th. So our choice is the 16th.
16th or this, or the 2nd?
I'd say the 2nd is better.
Okay, we'll do the 2nd.
All right. So you guys, I don't know, do you typically vote on something like that or no?
No.
Sounds good to me. I will have the 2nd be the meeting in July.
Deleting the 16th.
And what are we gonna do about August?
August, we only have one
The
scheduled.
20th? Okay. All right.
It would be helpful if you could go to the community night out. They set up a table from the planning department.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Happen. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Everything else is.
Awesome.
Mr. Clerk, first item under public hearings.
Okay, ZN 2024 proposed zoning bylaw amendment regarding commercial kenneling, allowing the use in an industrial zone district by special permit continued from 3/19.
There is a letter in the packet asking that we just continue this until. Oh, Frank Ferris. Okay.
Yeah. Should be in attendance.
Okay, sir.
Hi.
Good evening. There's just a little glitch on the Zoom. It wouldn't let me in at first, but pleasure to be in front of you guys. Yeah, I had been making some good progress on this. I have met with some managers. I had spoken to some people that have done the zoning issues before and bylaw issues before and met with planning departments. And I have a couple meetings scheduled coming up with some local companies that have been through the process before and that might be able to give me an idea of some conditions. I did speak to a couple people that said essentially there's not a heck of a lot in terms of conditions or bylaws that they were asked to do, but I was hoping to get the layout of the kennels, get an idea of how their formula works. There's one company that's formula I think has worked very well over the past few years, and I kind of wanted to get a sense of before coming back around. So I was hoping to continue our date to July.
So July, that meeting is in about 2 weeks. Do you want to?
Yeah, that's pretty soon. I mean, I could probably get it done by then, but I was hoping to get a little bit more time than that,
That's
just
fine.
so I could meet with
August.
some.
You can go to August.
August.
Yeah, so is August 20? I think I heard you guys talking. Is August 20 the date you guys are meeting?
Yep.
Okay. I'm fine to go to August 20th if the board is.
Yeah, so I just want you to realize as well that there's a ongoing effort by the town. They have a committee of which Mr. Terrell is the representative, involving potentially rezoning, redoing uses that are allowed within the center area of East Long Meadow. So I think it would be wise of you to touch base with our planning director to
Sure.
get a feel for what has taken place so far through this initiative, just so that you're not kind of spinning your wheels.
Right.
Okay?
Gotcha. Who's the contact person over there that I should be reaching out to?
Rob Pachilla.
Okay. And I believe we spoke before, so I will certainly reach out to you again. I appreciate that information.
Anytime.
All right, so there's a request to continue. Do I have a motion to allow continuance until August 20th, 2024 at 6 PM?
Yep, I don't know how to say this one though. Make a motion to continue.
Yeah.
In case,
So it's ZN.
ZN
2024
4-01.
Yep.
Two.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Motion made second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Unopposed, say nay. Okay, next item.
Case
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Case SP 2024-05, request for special permit for Little Caesars Pizza Restaurant, 626 North Main Street, Assessor's Parcel ID 1-17-49, located in the Business Zoning District. Applicant Sam Berry, 1070 St. James Ave, Springfield, Mass. 01104. Continue from 5/21/24.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks.
First of all, thank you for all the data that you've sent us.
You know, my apologies that I didn't have my due diligence ready when I was on Zoom. I've never been through this.
Yeah.
A rookie. So I'm here today to.
Great job putting together information. Thank you.
Thank you.
So maybe I can just quickly recap. So obviously you had heard a lot of issues related to, and I was on Zoom that night, on parking, on ingress and egress to the site in question, to potential noise, hours of operation, overall kind of process concerns. So we can throw it open to you if you want to specifically address for the people who might be watching on TV.
Sure.
What you have forwarded and what you have found out.
Okay, I would like to first start off by the map that was submitted by me or my contractor. It was off a little bit. So I went ahead and I dug a little bit deeper and actually got this, they call it a geoforce fence. We went ahead and pulled those cell phone pings to see how many people are coming into the plaza. I was actually able to capture this picture and look at it, and it caught my eye of, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense with the site plan. So we created 14 or 15 more extra spots just by identifying that this was a mistake. So that clarifies the extra parking spots. Then I went back and was also concerned because if we do have a problem essentially with our customers coming in and out, then it will hurt my business essentially as well. I don't want to have a cluster trying to get into there. Nobody would come to me and it'd be a concern. So we did some more due diligence to see like how people would come in. My business is a dinner business. So the traffic would be flowing. I have more like down Main Street. Okay. And if you see like on the map here, if the side that we're on is a dinner side, they'd be coming towards from Springfield towards East Longmeadow. And I personally would turn either down that one street, what's the name? Hamptons? Can't read that side street there.
Van Dyke.
Well, Van Dyke is passed by the Pride.
That's Thompson.
Yes, Thompson, I'm sorry. So my customers would essentially either go through the main entrance to get to me or through the 3 entrances on Thompson Street. That's what they would use to probably go in and out more, passing the plaza than going down Van Dyke. I noticed when I parked there for a couple nights, most of the traffic through the Pride are using Van Dyke. And I understood right away why that was an issue. And then I looked and I said, okay, well, I could see that because they're coming in through the main, getting their gas and driving right back out and turning. That's a big concern. So I said, well, if I split this 33%, 33%, 33% and say my customers are going to use this equally, how much of an effect will it be on this plaza? So I went back to the data that we pulled in the pings. saying that, okay, if I'm bringing in, let's say 10 to 12 cars during those peak hours and they were to go equally in here, it would be about maybe 3.5 to 4 vehicles per hour is what I would bring in additionally to this plaza. So then I went ahead and went to the extent to say, okay, well, if my customers did use this equally, 33% each or whatever, how would it affect the customers' safety? Well, then I sat there in the parking lot and I watched, and that's where I said, oh, well, my customers would not want to go through the gas station because I went through the gas station and you got, like someone said last meeting, you got people coming back and forth to the pump, right? But then I said, well, as me coming to get pizza, I would want to be safely parked in front of my spot. Or if I was a delivery guy, I would want to be parked on the side. That's when I went to the landlord. And I said, look, I think I have a solution to this issue while keeping the customers from going to Van Dyke. If they have 4 other ways to get into the plaza to avoid that traffic, why don't we just bring them and have 2 confined spots to pick up? And since our business, if you see, most of our business is pickup, okay, versus there was one section that says H&R. H&R is basically how many pizzas are delivered versus the total transactions. So if you took that, we get more people to come pick up their pizza than have it picked up by like a third party. So me and the landlord collaborated and we said, okay, since there's only 3 parking spots in front of the plaza, in front of my site, let's try to be fair and say, okay, we'll give you 2 of those, which you can decorate Little Caesars and put parking or whatever for Little Caesars. And we'll designate one on the opposite side of the Pride, right next to that handicap for your third party. And if you look at the third party, I'm not going to tell you I'm a genie, but I can almost bet there's not going to be more than one. I'm not going to need more than one. Do you get 2? Yes. Can he squeeze in there, maybe park next to him until the other guy moves? Sure. But is it going to be consistently a problem? I don't see it. Through the numbers that we're looking at our other locations and then through the numbers there that are coming into the plaza, I don't see the issue of having more than one parking for the third party. By the way, this is new to our company. It's only been 2.5 years. So maybe 5 years down the road, if we grow, we're not a delivery business. We're more split, like between pickup and third-party delivery. We don't have our own delivery people. Like Domino's, for example, they're 70% delivery and 30% pickup. We're probably the opposite, 70% pickup, 30% delivery. So we're just new into this. So that's the parking part. As far as the delivery goes, that I'm open to because, as I mentioned last time, that Little Caesars is the actual owner of Blue Line Distribution, which brings us our food. They're our food supplier. We're not allowed to buy anything from anywhere else. So we can't go to Cisco, we can't go to McLean, we can't go to anybody. If we run out of food, I actually brought my guy that fixes all my equipment and stuff with me. Sometimes we have to stay closed until we get our food truck in there because we're not allowed to buy anything from anywhere. It happens sometimes. So they have the key to our store. Whether we have to have a drop when we're closed or open, we could do whatever it takes to accommodate the board and your suggestions to me. I also went on and seen you guys have like a noise ordinance, and I seen that. So that's why I suggested those time frames. So I'm not interfering with that. However, I would like the board to give me a suggestion of when is a good time for a truck delivery. And mind you, this would be in the back only because I proposed it. We don't want it in the front, right? And then so it's a 30-minute drop. You have flour, cheese. It's all raw material that we make in the store. So it's not like a whole bunch of stuff. It's just the raw material, and we make the stuff from water and spices and stuff.
Where is this? Where is your hub? Where is he coming from? If he's coming here to East Long Meadow,
Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford.
Yep.
Now, does he have multiple stops on this truck?
So he'll go to like Chicopee first, Mo?
I think so.
So he goes to Chicopee first, Springfield, So the schedule is open. That's what I'm trying. If we don't have a, yeah, go ahead. If we don't have a problem in our other locations and here is the concern, then I could tell them, hey, guys, I've been with them for 18 years. We need to fix this because I don't want to have an issue with the neighbors or the board or the city, right? So they will accommodate what I want them to do to be able to make it right.
What time does he start?
They start at 4 a.m. or no, they operate almost 24 hours. Because there's times that we get a drop and they're like 3 o'clock in the morning. There's times I've never had it.
I was gonna say before.
Okay, somewhere between 8 AM and 5 PM.
Yeah.
8 a.m.
8 AM,
5
5
PM.
PM.
Oh, that's plenty of time. Well, we're just right there.
We're gonna make it a condition
Yeah.
of the permit.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
8 a.m. and 5 p.m.
And the deliveries need,
This is for Blue Line.
all deliveries. We're just gonna.
Yeah, I don't have anybody else. Like I said, I mentioned Pepsi. Pepsi literally has 25 cases. I could have Mike here bring in his truck if I had to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sell Pepsi like a Pride gas station would. We sell maybe 25 to 30 in my busiest store cases.
Yep.
And because you get grab a
It's
Pepsi,
impulse. It's impulse.
it's impulse buy. Yeah, but it's not a major part of.
No, but you walk in, hey, Dad, we need soda.
Oh, 100%.
That's,
But
that's,
here's what I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna lose a lot of that soda business to the Pride, because if the Pride's selling it for whatever, $2, I'm always gonna be $1.50 more.
Yeah.
Because they get by volume, I don't.
Yeah.
So let me just, this is very important here. So Blue Line delivery,
Deliveries will have to be to the rear of the building.
yep, there's only one. That's all we have to worry
We're
about.
gonna put that into
Yeah.
a condition as well. So you've also addressed, so hours of operation, you said from 11 to
11 to 10,
10.
sometimes in the summer, or occasionally, if we feel that this specific site is getting foot traffic, we'll stay till 11.
yeah.
11 to 10,
11 to 10?
11 to 10.
Sure.
11 to 10.
What time is the ice cream shop open? Because I think he was open till 11.
I don't think so.
It's all about 9.
Okay.
It's early.
It does close. Trash collection, same thing to the rear of the building.
Yes.
Does the building, do you all have to use the same, I walked it the other day and
Okay.
trash people there. Is it USA hauling?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so when are they getting picked up? Everybody else?
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we would have to contact them and tell them to pick me up. I mean, there's like 6 other ones. out
Yeah.
there. So I don't know what the other people are doing. By the way, I went to all my neighbors and talked to them before I came. And I was just getting some information about what time they close. So there was one salon that's advertising 7:30 that closes at like 6:30. And then the other one, they closed at 7 o'clock, right?
So there will be more parking available.
More parking available.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
As far as the trash though, I can find out, I'll tell them, pick me up, I guess, the same time you pick them up, or.
So unfortunately, sometimes petitioners who come in after Pride have to live with the sins of Pride. And the former owner of Pride was not a good neighbor. And so, it's kind of imprinted on our brain about them.
Plaza.
Yeah, he has a couple of locations in town.
Okay,
And that previous owner was not a good neighbor. So we're concerned about that. So I've walked this like 3 or 4 times. I've driven it 4 or 5 times, including today. For your neighbors and for you, because you are in a butter, a big concern is, and it's not your concern, but a big concern is there's a business called Competitive Edge, which is across the street on Van Dyke.
Across from directly across from,
Mexican restaurant.
that's on the other side. No,
on the kitty corner.
if you're looking at Pride, if you're standing there looking at Pride, to the left is going to be Competitive Edge.
It's
Okay.
a ski shop, a
Ski
bike.
shop.
Yes. They have like boats or whatever.
And
Yeah.
they've got stuff within their parking area. And so there's next to no parking at all for a retail establishment. And it pushes those parkers into the street, which is not something you can be responsible for. I understand that. So the other thing I did notice, so on Wood, so where City Line is, if you go in off of North Main down Wood, the first house on the left, there is a very faded no parking
Yeah.
sign there.
Yeah.
And then the next person put up their own sign that said no parking
Right.
there. I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So in the plaza.
Can I finish?
yes, I'm-
Can I finish?
Sorry.
So I think one of the things that could help, I think potentially, is to have Rob reach out to the building commissioner, and he and I spoke about this today. I mean, they may have been in place prior to, the parking parking requirement in the bylaw. But I think you said that they should have at least 6 parking,
Oh, sorry, 12.
12 parking spots.
Yeah.
They clearly don't.
No. And nothing, it's never been lined either.
It's never been lined.
Never been lined.
And there are dumpsters, there are storage units there. And I think that if we went to them, the town went to them and said, this is
Yeah.
what should be going on, that might take some of the on-street traffic, put it where it belongs.
Right.
And then you could also petition either the town council or Board of Public Works, whoever is the appropriate body, to actually put in some no parking
At least to the corner.
or down a couple
Yeah.
past your house or,
Yeah, because it
So-
does get in, again, this isn't your concern, but
Right.
they have the bike clubs and the streets are jammed.
Yeah.
Monday and Wednesday, they have bike clubs there. Can't even get down the street. But again, that's not your concern.
Yeah.
These are the issues that we're dealing with on top of, bringing
I'm
your,
glad you guys are telling me, because this might hurt my business, right? Because if you want to avoid the Main Street, then they're gonna pass right by me and try to go towards like Big Y and get away from me. But anyway,
I
nevertheless.
don't know about that.
I think this is a real issue just for that immediate.
It is. It's
area.
not, it's more of an issue of, I don't want to say non-compliance, but just bring them up to speed of what they should be doing. Okay. The business has been there for a number of years. For some reason, the lot was never painted. So of course, cars are going to be everywhere, including the street. They have, I was telling Rob today, they have in September, right around Labor Day, they have a tent sale for a weekend and they kick everybody out of the parking lot, set up tents in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's another issue. Again, but all it does is throw that traffic
Into the
across the street.
Yeah.
Which can exasperate your condition.
So to that topic, if you walk the site,
Did.
and I'll tell the landlord myself that I'll pay for it. So he's got a good maybe 5 to 6 signs in the parking lot stating that only people that are part of the Pride Plaza can park there. So if we can make that bigger, and I will.
You know why they're there? Because the bike club, when the previous owner was there, the bike club used to park in that parking lot and he kicked them out. Then they went down to Kelly Fredette, which is down the street. Kelly Fredette's business exploded. So now they're back to parking on my street.
So are you guys familiar with the Hukilo?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where my Chicopee location is.
Yes.
So now it's the oil change.
Yeah.
Okay, so before that, when we first moved in there, I had a problem with the Hukilo flowing into my business on Friday, Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Okay, so while I have, my 8 to 10, that's a little bit busier than my Springfield location because of the traffic there, but my busier times, I would always have a problem. And we put a sign all over that says, owners would be towed. And I towed about 10 to 15 cars before they got to point. And I swear to you, ever since then, before they closed, I had no problems after that. Once you tow, they start talking, oh, if you park there, they're going to get towed. So I understood why you guys kind of asked me to see if I can get something done from the landlord. And I understand why the landlord is very open to it. And he told me, Sam, I get it. But then I was concerned. So that's why I went there during those busy times. Maybe I didn't go while that tent show was happening. And I was there on a Friday night, a Thursday night, and I was there on a Saturday night. And I wanted to see what was flowing. The plaza does get busy. However, it was flowing, right? And then all those guys that were getting, by the way, that pizza, I'm sorry, I'm taking you guys off the topic. somebody brought up the pizza topic of why Pride is selling pizza. They're frozen pizzas.
Yeah, we know that. We know.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought they were actually like
Oh, no.
cooking them. So they're frozen pizzas and you know them.
Home and you cook it.
So anyway,
They'll cook it there for you.
Really?
they'll take you take it over there. And I asked the person because I was in regular, you know, I asked them. I said, you know, you guys sell a lot of this pizza? He said no. I said, why do you guys have it all plastered up everywhere? I wanted to see if they were knowing that I was coming into town, and they weren't. So it's just a promotion that
They tried chicken too, and chicken failed.
And the resident that was talking about, I can't stand living next to a place that sells fried chicken or fish because it stinks.
Yeah.
I couldn't say all this on
Yeah.
but it stinks.
Well, you're on TV.
I know.
But when they open,
No,
there's a little trick here. They open events at certain times of the day
to let it out.
to let it out so people get hungry. It's all psychological.
So we don't fry and we don't have anything fried.
So this is a public hearing. So can I do a motion to open the public hearing?
Make a motion, I'll open.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, of opening the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Are you all done presenting? I think,
If-
I think you've touched everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Here, can I interrupt you really
Yes,
quick?
absolutely.
Something important.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought up the point earlier that we need 4 members here is because you can't vote at the 4th member. You can still deliberate and do conditions and
Yeah.
findings and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but you just can't make a decision unless Pete Punderson can get here or he can call in to the meeting.
Well, let me call him.
Yes.
Jeez.
Oh, I turned my phone off when the alarm went off.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody been getting those all afternoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he the one cooking?
He's the one at Costco, right? Is that what you said?
He said he had an appointment at Costa.
I'm at Costco.
So let's just, Mr. Page, do you want to add anything? That's the only. Good. Really? Okay. There is an individual on Zoom.
Didn't get enough of today.
Heard on this matter?
Like, so listen in.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay. Let me try to get Pete.
And just, give him a quick summary if you wanted to, Russ, just so he knows.
I'm going to put him on speaker.
Cool.
Your call has been forwarded to the
Sorry. Sorry.
413.
Okay. All right. So let's make a motion to close the public hearing. Do
So moved.
I have a second? Motion made, seconded to close the public hearing. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that passes. So we'll bring it back to the board. So conditions. So we believe that the hours of operation would be from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And there's a story behind that as well. So I talked about the previous owner of Pride not being the best individual. He once had a midnight closing. He tried to expand that. This board said no, and he did it anyway. And then the town never enforced it for a year or so. And then on another matter involving Pride in town, the town attorney just felt because the town had not enforced it, that it was a loser for us. And so he's stayed open longer. So we're very diligent about closing times.
Okay,
So 11 to 10.
that's doable. I mean, my business from 10 to 11 is mainly the employees are cleaning and we're selling a few pizzas. We don't even do that much, so we can do the same thing.
Hours of delivery between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Location of where delivery drivers may park their vehicles. We're talking to the rear of the building. All the deliveries must be in the rear of the building.
Is it possible on the apps to designate when the Grubhub door they go to this, please pick up on the side?
No, I think we're talking delivery of
Yeah.
their
Oh,
product.
I'm sorry.
So they're gonna know because we're gonna put a thing there and whatever. And then
Sorry.
when we don't even get the same guys, so we'll just start telling
They'll
them.
know. They'll know.
Yeah, they'll know. They'll figure it out.
That
Yeah.
there be a minimum of 3 parking spaces signed parking spaces for Little Caesars.
That's
Okay?
Yep.
Pursuant to the plan. That the trash collection be between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. And that all required state and local licenses must be acquired and kept current. Failure to meet this criteria is grounds for revocation of the special permit by the planning board. That, we have that in everything.
Sure.
So,
Disclosure.
so even though we can't grant the permit tonight, we can vote on the conditions, which will primarily go the whole 9 yards, the whole way. So any further discussion?
We never further grease traps or anything. There was none there.
Right.
That was done. Okay.
Yeah.
And also that's a local requirement that they can do through health. Do you need,
As that goes, I already took care of it with Alex.
Alex, yeah.
Yeah, so she's okay. I submitted the plans to that. There's a name for that grease trap that's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. However, it is under the sink grease trap, does the same exact job, but because of the volume of grease that we'll have, it's sufficient enough.
Yeah.
We don't have grease at all.
I remember that, where that landed from last ones.
But Rob tells me we also need to do a little better job about identifying the reasons we're voting for this. So the first, I think it would put that he has met the necessary requirements regarding on-site and off-street parking. The specific site is an appropriate location for the use, structure, or condition. It's, it's a restaurant within a business zone. It will not adversely affect the neighborhood. That specific.
Yeah.
There will be no nuisances such as noise or safety hazards created with the conditions. Their adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for proper operation in the proposed use. Appropriate screening by walls, fences, planting, or other devices are indeed in place. We've got the whole fence to the rear of the building.
And the trees back there too.
And the trees. The exterior features or appearance will not be detrimental to the surrounding neighborhood. It's business with business. Number and design of access drives and traffic features are adequate for the intended use. And it must be in harmony with it is in harmony with the general purpose and intent of the zoning bylaws. Again, business to business, and he will have all the required state and local licenses. So, with the conditions and with the reasons for granting of the permit, what we can all really do is to say we approve of the conditions with the reasons.
Call them findings.
Findings.
Conditions and findings, yeah.
So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
So procedurally, can you let them know what we now need to do?
Okay, so
We meet again in 2 weeks.
begin 2 weeks, July 2nd. You can always, Russell, if you want to try Pete one more time, you can. If he picks up, you can technically approve it tonight.
Okay,
It goes to voicemail. We know why.
Yeah,
because he's avoiding me.
we do appreciate you making the trip out here though.
No, you know what, guys? I mean, this is my livelihood. I'd love to do business. I picked this area for a reason, right? And I feel that I will do good here.
Hey, can you give me, all right, can you give me 2 minutes?
No, I can't.
Okay, all right,
For this man right here, please.
okay, all right, bye.
He can't hear.
So in 2 weeks,
All
the
right.
board meets again.
Yeah.
I can't think of a reason why anyone would say no.
Okay,
So, Mr. Chair, you closed the public hearing for this, right?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so I would say you vote to continue the board's deliberation to July 2nd, 2024 at
o'clock.
6 p.m.
Motion.
July,
Second.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
Yeah, you should just zoom in.
all right, I'll zoom into it.
So on the motion that's been seconded, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
and again, I want to thank you for understanding how we do it here and getting all the information. It's greatly appreciated.
It is what it is. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for your time.
Okay,
Promise.
thank you.
Sam, I will be back in the office on Friday.
Okay,
Talk to
okay,
them.
sure. All right, I'll be on Zoom, that same link or something.
Yeah.
So it'll be a new link, but you'll get a,
Email from you?
yes.
Okay, guys, have a good evening. Thank you.
Take care.
Who's he doing?
He's getting his hearing aids, except.
Yeah. All right, planning department, the planning director's report.
Yeah.
So I don't have an official report created yet because I'm still trying to figure out a nice template for it. But we had our first, so Rob can comment on this. So we had our first steering committee meeting for the Centertown District discussions. It went pretty well. We're talking a lot about logistics of summer events. And I don't know, I didn't stay for the part at the end, but they started drawing the district boundaries for the Centertown district, but that was pretty much it. And then for next meeting, we have one anticipated special permit for a restaurant, cafe.
Where?
Forgot where it was. Again, they haven't even filed yet, but we're anticipating that's going to be coming soon. And then one other hearing for a home base landscaping business. Forgot the street, but they actually have an existing permit now, and they're going to have the permit amended so they can change their list of vehicles, and so they can change their site layout slightly. And
Who is it?
I think you know who it is.
Page
but,
Landscaping.
I still want to say it now because it wasn't advertised yet.
Okay.
So I think,
I know who.
yeah. So once it's advertised, you guys will get the copy of the advertisement. So,
So Rob, I went in to spend some time with Rob, and I did say that it would be really helpful if, when something's going to be advertised.
Yeah.
That at the same time, it be emailed to all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because lots of times I'm out and about and they go, hey, what about
Yeah.
this? And I go, what are you talking about? So,
I got a few of those.
yeah, it would,
Yeah, I got a few of those.
it would
Like,
just,
I don't know.
it would just be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. No other business, a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.